Hello, good morning YouTube. This is Crimson. Welcome to the channel. And today I am making a video that I did not expect to make for quite some time. But here I am. I adopted a baby kitten yesterday. And so this is gonna be my cat adoption vlog. I will say though, this was very spontaneous, so I did not film anything like at the shelter or picking her out. Like when we kind of just went on a whim just to look, and I ended up walking home with an 11-week-old kitten. She is so small. But anyway, so yesterday was night one of her being in the new house, our house. Now we got her from Dumb Friends League, just a shelter here. I got my last cat, Mochi, our first cat, our last cat. I got my cat Mochi at Dumb Friends League like 3 years ago. We've had her for 3 going on 4 years, and she's about 4 years old too. She was not a kitten when we got her. She was an adult cat at about a year old, that they said. And Dumb Friends League is a very quick process. They don't, I've had some really bad experiences with trying to adopt a cat, excuse me. And the first experience I ever had was probably the worst, and I would love to tell that story, but it's over with and I don't want to get heated about it again. And I'm pretty sure the shelter or the organization of the very first cat I ever tried to adopt doesn't even exist anymore, which should tell you right there, you know, they're just not a super legit place. And if they really cared about their animals, they would have made better efforts with me to allow me to adopt the animal. But I digress. That didn't happen, and we have our beautiful black cat Mochi that I got at Dumb Friends after that experience. I think I went to every shelter near me, and we looked at every cat. And, you know, there were a couple that I thought about, and then we went to Dumb Friends and I saw Mochi sitting in a little box, and she was not around any other cats. So she was so cute and sweet, and of course she's got a little bit of an attitude too, because that's just how she is. And we took her home, and getting her used to the house and everything as a single cat in a home that only had me and my fiance in it at the time, super easy. Now the house has 2 teenagers, 2 guinea pigs, a soon-to-be crested gecko, 1 cat, and now an 11-week-old kitten. So I've got a full house. Things are proving to be a little bit more difficult already, but we're making it work. The kids have helped, or have agreed to help, in the process of getting the kitten acclimated to my other cat and just to the house and her space. So Kitten is in child's room upstairs, which is closest to my room, and we've got all of her things in there, and she has the most space, which is originally what we were gonna do anyway, whether the kids were here like living with us or not. So we were gonna use that room to separate the cats so we could introduce them kind of at a slower pace. So what brought us into Dumb Friends League yesterday was we were at PetSmart like a couple days ago, and I found this gray kitten, and on her little paper at PetSmart it said that she was a black cat, So in my head, I'm like, so is she technically like a diluted black cat? Because she had like dark little paws, and the rest of her was kind of more dark gray. She kind of looked like a little Wolverine or like werewolf or something. Like, it was so cute, and she was super tiny. And then my fiance was like, go for it, try for the cat. I'm like, really? Because I'm like, we've always wanted a tortie cat. Like, that was our plan, was we specifically wanted a tortie cat. Like, I could go adopt any kitten at any point in time. I could try for it, but that's just not what we pictured for our household. So he was like, go for it. He's like, I bet you won't even get her anyway, which was kind of like not the best thing to say, but I know where he's coming from, because every time we had tried adopting a tortie that we did like, I was beaten out by somebody else. Like, someone had their application in before me, or like, with that statement being true still, like, like they wouldn't even call me back. And this was all done through like PetSmart. I don't know about PetSmart in other states, but here in Colorado, it's called Soul Dog Rescue. And pretty much all soul dog animals I've discovered get kind of distributed through PetSmarts and stuff like that. Maybe even Petco too. I'm not sure. I don't really shop at Petco. But so due to crappy experiences and just not wanting to jump through the hoops of PetSmart, like, they'll usually call the people, like, some places want to like look into your house. Like, some fosters, some places want to come to your house and like snoop through your shit. And I kind of get that. Like, they want to make sure you're not gross or hoarding animals or dirty, or like, have some sort of like sketchy things going down in your house. Like, I get it, but I mean, it's just a little much, So a lot of my experiences were along the lines of stuff like that, where they didn't work out, or I didn't really like the process. But the shelter, it's, same day adoption. Like, if you're interested in a cat, you have to get signed in, checked in to the facility. You tell them which cats you're interested in. You can visit more than one animal, see if it works out for you. This was one of the only times I went to the shelter where they had a lot of kittens, like a lot. So many little kittens, and they were so tiny and so cute and so small. My heart really goes out for black cats. I love black cats. There were so many little baby black kittens. I could have taken literally all of them home, because I love black cats. Like, I want an army of like just black cats one day. And my cat is black. She's right here. Hold on. Mochi, say hello. Okay then. Say hello. Okay. But that's my cat, Mochi, and I wanted a black cat originally, so obviously that's why she's my OG. She's my first kitty. So yeah, we were there. But what brought us into the shelter was, yes, this gray cat. So my fiance was like, go for it, see if you get her. And I was like, well, I would rather support the shelters. I would rather support Dumb Friendly over PetSmart, even though I get my like cat food and cat litter from PetSmart. Like, I would rather not support the shelters there. I would rather just go to, or not the shelter there. I would rather not support PetSmart. I'd rather go directly through the shelter. So I went online and I was looking through all the adoptable cats on Dumb Friends League. I saw a ton of kittens, which there were. And a lot of them didn't have pictures because they're probably so new, or something along the lines of just being so little, so fresh into the environment. On the description of the kittens online, I saw a tortie kitten and it had no picture. And then I remembered the name of her on the website, so I was like, I have to find this kitten. And again, there were a lot of kittens. They were all so cute. There was a 7-month-old tortie that was really, really pretty. And she was still small. Like, she was still really young. And I thought about her. She had really pretty markings. Poor thing. I think she was actually sick because she was kind of like mouth breathing and had little like snotty looking bubbles coming out of her nose, which really concerned me because I mean nobody wants to get a sick cat. I mean, not saying that the cat would have been sick forever, you know, but I just felt bad for the little guy. I mean, or girl. I felt bad for her. I was like, I really hope you get better soon. But I feel like torties go pretty quickly because, trust me, in the couple years that I've tried to adopt torties, especially young, like adult to kitten cats, a lot of times I didn't stand a chance and they just go so quick. So I knew we had to go check out this cat. I'm like, before I apply for any cat, I'm gonna go check out this one. And I made like 2 laps through the whole cat part of the facility and I did not see her. And then there was this one other section where there were kittens that was kind of right in the front that I didn't see. And there she was. So I got checked in. We got in line. She was available. We sat in a room for like a half hour discussing, debating, asking questions because taking home an animal is a really serious thing. And then we decided that, you know, we wanted a tortie. She's so little, she could bond with us, and we agreed. The kids agreed to help while she was super small, and we took her home. Night 1 went okay. We did introduce the cats kind of face to face. They were several feet apart. I was holding the kitten and my cat Mochi was just kind of, you know, kind of getting closer on her own terms. Then the little cat, like hissed at my cat, and then my cat started to growl and hiss back. Later on that night, we did that one more time. Like, I never held the kitten in the cat's face. Let me just get that out of the way right now. Like, I was just holding her and I was allowing my cat to kind of approach at her own pace. So we did that again, and she didn't make as much noise, but she's been on high alert since we brought the kitten into the home. So I'm gonna try some scent swapping methods, especially since I have them in separate rooms, and I'm excited to see how things progress. So yeah, I'm really hoping that with some scent swapping methods, and I've been already looking at some Jackson Galaxy videos, that they will become friends, hopefully in no time. But we'll see. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna be a progress. But for the sake of this vlog, I may document like over the next couple weeks. But I think it's time to introduce you to our new baby and name reveal. So stay tuned. She is Neat Churro. We've come up with that name for a really long time. We wanted to name a tortie Churro forever, and now we finally got say hello. She's so tiny. Look. She's so little. I can barely hold her. She's so little. Hi. Look. Say hello. She's purring. That's the baby. But yeah, she is so cute. She's so tiny. Say hello. Her collar, this is one of Mochi's collars, but it barely fits her. She is a very curious little girl. And super sweet. and very wiggly. Yes. So, this is the new baby, Miss Churro. Miss Churro. But yeah, this is one of Mochi's collars. It doesn't even fit her little neck. But at least we can hear her. That's why we like the bells. Hello, baby. Yay. She's got these little orange stripes right there. But she's just so precious. I'm excited to watch her grow up, and I'm really hoping with time that my cat Mochi and Churro can be the best of buds. Yeah, she's so interested and curious of everything, and you know, now that my cat has migrated upstairs and is hiding, that's why I brought the little baby down here. Hi, baby. Yeah, she's just the cutest. And she did get spayed like 2 days ago, so we're just keeping an eye on her little belly, but she's doing good. Like, just very wiggly and very curious of the world. All right, so we just got back from Churro's first vet appointment. This was a free exam from Dumb Friends League, the place that we got her, they always let you do one vet appointment within a time period, which of course I did. So we took her to the vet. We just got back. I'm still in the car and she is still with me in the carrier. So a couple things, I guess. Her first checkup went well. She's a little malnourished. She's 2 pounds and 4 ounces. She's 12 weeks old now, and her fur is just a little, like, you can tell by her fur she's not to her prime health yet, and she's just a little underweight for her age. Now, something that I've noticed in the last like 10 days of having her, she has not eaten any dry food, which was my biggest concern, only wet food. So the veterinarian was super nice and very helpful, and he just gave me some ideas to try to get her interested in the dry food. He also did a feline leukemia test on her, and it came back negative, which is great. Excuse me. He also gave me some vitamins, like a liquid vitamin to add to her wet food. He said hopefully in the next month, she'll probably grow really well. And she has a lot of potential to grow and be a very healthy cat. So we have another appointment in a month to go get her another little checkup done, and hopefully she has grown and put on a little bit of weight since then. Hopefully she's eating dry food. I got some good advice about introducing, or not introducing, but the cats coexisting. So in the last 10 days, kind of a kitten update, my cat Mochi and Churro can coexist in the same room, but the moment they're like a few feet apart or passing each other, my cat Mochi will kind of growl and hiss. She has kind of like whapped at her. Nothing with claws, because I've checked the kitten afterwards, and like no liquid or blood has been drawn, so I don't think my cat is fully out to murder the new kitten. I think she's just showing her dominance. So and the vet also said that the kitten can learn from my cat already, and they're going to do a lot of learning. So I kind of need to let them coexist together, and he said that they will figure it out. And he also said to give it about a month. So a lot of changes should be happening within the next month between her and my cat Mochi. Her health, her coat, her just gaining some weight with the vitamins that that I will be giving her, and trying to introduce her to dry food a little bit better. I'll be upping her can of wet food intake just to help. He said the food that I have her on is really great option, and just to kind of keep working on it, and that I'm kind of doing all the right things as far as the last 10 days of holding her in my house. It has been pointed out to me that poor thing has probably been under a lot of stress, not necessarily since I got her, but in general, being in the shelter, being around a lot of other kittens, maybe fighting for food with the other kittens in there. I don't know their feeding routine or how they feed kittens at the shelter. The shelter I got her from is a great shelter, by the way, so I'm not trying to say anything against them, but when I went this last time, like I had gone like a month ago, and there were a lot of adult cats there and older cats, or like owner surrendered, like senior cats. And this was the one time I have gone where they had a lot, and I mean a lot of kittens all around her age, give or take. So, and she was in a little place with a lot of kittens too. So who knows how much food she was actually getting with all the other kittens around. So yeah, I'm going to try to change some things around the house routine wise. I've been keeping her in a separate room at night, which I may still continue to do for the next couple days, but for the most part, I'm going to try to let her free roam and just kind of work things out with my adult cat, and hopefully, she will start sleeping with me in my room and coexisting and just gaining weight and being a healthier little kitten. He says she's got so much potential, and I'm like, so by no means she's not an unhealthy cat, but we've got some work to do.
So I'm really kind of excited to see her grow in the next so long. Like, she's so small, you know, I just want to see her healthy. I almost want to see her bigger too, just because she is so tiny. Like, I think her tininess like makes me more worried about her and just her health in general. But sounds like I'm doing all the right things. I've, you know, got to add a little bit more to that routine, change some things up a little bit, but I'm kind of excited for the potential and just to kind of see where this next chapter leads us in the next month or two. So that's exciting, something to look forward to, something to work on every day. I think I'm hoping, like, fingers crossed, we've got some good results in the next month. So yay, first vet appointment down. Yeah, I'll just continue to kind of record her process over the next couple weeks.